The last time you were here, it was also a week before the first fight, and we said to you then, are you ready? Because Carl Froch says you're not. You were. But same question with 1 week to go before the rematch. Are you ready?
I am.
So when does the training stop? Have you trained this morning? Are you going to train this week?
No, training's still going on. I train at fight time now, so I was in the gym till past 12 last night.
Which is going the distance.
Nice. Yeah, well, sometimes, you know.
Oh, right.
And no, we'll start a session today at about 2 o'clock, and then another one again this evening.
Okay.
Carl Froch underestimated you last time. Is that fair?
Well, so he says. So he says. I don't think. I think he used plenty of excuses since the last fight, before even the last fight, and maybe I have to ask him if he's going to use any excuses after this one.
Do you think you're going to have to be better in this fight than you were in that fight?
I don't know whether I'll have to be better. I will be better. I always want to be better. I've spent some great time in the gym. Before the last fight, I had to change camp, find new trainers. There was a lot going on. This time I've been much more settled. I've had much more time to prepare, basically, and you know, I know a lot more about Carl Froch, so you know, I'm quietly confident that
you're not quietly confident. You're loudly confident.
You asked for neutral officials, and you've got a guy from New York reffing it. Is that what you wanted? Are you happy with that? And why did you want that?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't gone through exactly who the officials are yet, but we did want neutral officials because there was a huge build-up for the first fight, and pictures are painted, you know, in the media that Carl Froch is an ultimate warrior, and he's got this legacy, and he can't be knocked out, granite chin, blah blah blah. And I was chinny, and I had no chance, and lo and behold, I go out and bash him up a little bit for a few rounds, and we get to the 9th round. He lands a couple of shots, and the referee jumps in prematurely. So yeah, so that's why I think neutral officials would be a good idea for this. We don't want officials that are going to have to necessarily see the build-up and be susceptible to it, and be either consciously or unconsciously biased.
But surely, if you're in the game of being a boxing official, you're going to know people's reputations anyway. Surely he's going to have heard of you both.
Yeah, I'm sure they have, but not so much as, you know, guys that are based in the UK. They're going to be asked by their friends and family week in, week out, I'd imagine, and you know, in boxing circles, they're going to spend predominantly their career in the UK. And
is it more about making a point, really, of saying, look, I want neutral officials?
I think I've got stitched up, so I don't want to get stitched up again. Like,
Boys, do you find that? Do you find out who the ref is on a Friday and go, oh no, we've got to play it differently?
Well, we find out just before the game when we get to the ground, and I think just it's natural that you have a better relationship with certain refs than others, really.
Who's your favourite?
Oh, can you do this?
We love them all.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Do you sort of go, oh, look, it's Clattenburg today, so we'd better, you know, do something different?
We love them all.
You love them all.
Didn't you hear the man? He's already told you. Right.
Understand.
You say you're going to beat him inside 3 rounds. Your coach says 5 rounds. You've now told us that you are doing fight training up to midnight, which tells me that that's going the distance. So what's it going to be?
No, we have sessions that take 3 hours, so we get in at 9 and we finish at 12. That's how it pretty much works. So and yeah, of course, we'll be conditioned to fight for 20 rounds. I did over 15 rounds sparring this week. I did 15 rounds sparring last week. So we're fully prepared.
3. Your coach says 5.
But
which is
I'm pretty sure that I'm going to put Carl away in 3 rounds. Yes. The coach Paddy says 5. Or was it 6? 5 or 6, he said. 5 or 6.
Yeah. It won't surprise you that Carl doesn't think that you'll do it in 3 rounds. This is what he said to Sky Sports News yesterday, I think it was.
You can mark my words with this as well. This fight ain't going to go the distance. It's not going to go 12 rounds. George Groves cannot hear the final bell. I'm going to be setting a ferocious pace. This is why I want him to come out and, you know, be a man of his word and say he's going to try and do me in 3 rounds. Perfect. This is what I want. So do that, George. If you're coming out for 3 rounds, come and bring it to me. I'm going to take the centre of the ring and I'll meet you there. But I don't think he's going to do that. So we'll see what happens. But I know what I need to do anyway to put the pressure on.
Carl's funny. He says he's going to come out and take centre of the ring. That's what I told him I was going to do the first time, and that's what I did. So what makes you think he's going to be able to do anything different? I hope he's found confidence from somewhere. He seems like as the fight gets closer, he's really getting wound up. But at the same time, apparently he's been on fight weight for months, and he looks great. Looks like blending into his t-shirt to me there. So I don't think he's necessarily as confident as he makes out.
And you don't like him, love him, or hate him? You have no feeling towards him, is that?
Yeah, it's like a loveless marriage, I suppose. I think
You're always together.
yeah, we've
Tolerate,
got to spend a lot of time together, and we probably bitch about each other behind our backs. But ultimately, I just nothing him. So don't like him or dislike him.
I nothing
I
him.
nothing him. I'm getting that on the t-shirt. I nothing you.
Do you think he's watching this going, what is George doing on a silly Teddy show a week before?
He's probably watching it going, oh, he should be in the gym. He'll find something that's negative about it, but he can do what he wants.
Well, to be fair, we did ask him. We asked him to come on the show last week, but he said it's a little bit too close to the fight.
Yeah, well, I live 10 minutes away. It's no biggie for me.
This is true. This is
I
true.
walked here this morning.
Did you walk here this morning?
Yeah, why not, eh?
He walked here this morning.
love
Brilliant. Right, I have to say, though, your verbal banter is a lot better this time, because I think he won the verbal build-up, because he cornered you at one of the pressers, didn't he? And he was saying, you're not ready, and you kind of... He was saying, look at you, look at your face, but you couldn't speak, you didn't have anything back.
Which one's this?
Oh, no, we haven't got it.
Oh, okay.
But just in that press conference where he was absolutely hammering you to start with, and he was really saying all sorts of stuff, but this time you've been like a little Jack Russell. You've been yapping at his heels the whole time, haven't you? And he pushed you.
He did,
Yeah.
he pushed me.
Was that a moment that you thought he's let his guard down a bit because he's...
Yeah. You know that. Can't have him pushing me. You're supposed to be a professional, supposed to be a world champion. How many fights you had? How many fights you had? What?
I don't know anything about it, I did.
About what?
Well, you wouldn't
About what? About what? You lay a hand on me again,
Yeah.
must be the end of it. The very first press conference for the first fight, he sat there and he was all built up, ready to go, and we came for the first face-to-face, and he had this, probably what was a set routine of verbal, and it was da-da-da-da, chatting away. This time round, he decided, I've come unstuck last time, I just won't even look at him. So just before the push, I just said, Cole, hold it together. Just hold it together, Cole. Hold it together. And I suppose because he doesn't like doing what I tell him to do, he pushed me. And that caught me off guard for a second because, as I say, I thought he was a professional.
Yeah,
That's, you know, face-to-face, you're not supposed to lay your hands on another man. But then, from then on, looked like a long-lost lamb. He stood there like this, and I said, Eddie, sort your boy out. What's going on? What's this? What's that? Eddie was twiddling his thumbs, looking at the ceiling, looking at the sky.
He said a little bit of your spit landed on him.
Yeah, that came out like 6 weeks later. Like, not being funny, if someone spat on me, literally, I wouldn't, you know, if you're going to push him, you say, dude, you just spat on me. You wouldn't keep it quiet and then 6 weeks later go, actually, yeah, I think some saliva landed on me or something.
Okay.
Yeah, finally, right. We've got your fight promo here, and normally one of us reads it out if you guys are here. But could you read this out for us? It'll be on the script here, and then add in whatever you like. I'm going to duff him up in the third or whatever you like. But if you could just...
Are we ready?
Yeah,
Yep.
you ready? Just down there.
Right, a big night of live pay-per-view boxing coming up next Saturday. George Groves against Carl Froch. Battle it out at Wembley Stadium. In London, that is, for the IBF, WBA super middleweight titles. There's a full undercard, and the action gets away from 6, that's an important number, on Sky Box Office. The quickest way to book this fight is via your Sky remote, see channel 743, go for further details, go to skysports.com/
Froch
Groves 2.
Yeah.
Should be the other way.
And that's it.
Oh,
This is my next question.
Groves Froch.
Well done, George, everybody. Oh, yeah,
on.
George, do you, would you mind awfully punching this? Just there.
He's back again, Carbon Carl. Wait, look, is he repaired from Danny Dyer last time? He looks a bit creased. He looks a bit thin as well, like we see on TV. No, I'm going to leave him. I'm going to save it again. Sorry, guys.
Save it for next.
Yes!